I can't keep up with the boycotts anyways. There's so many goddamn boycotts going on. Like, how are you supposed to even shop anymore? Or like, I don't know. Like, I didn't participate in, I'm trying to think of a boycott I ever participated in. I didn't even participate. Like, when I first had Chick-fil-A when I moved here, I was like, whoa, that shit's fucking good. Yeah. That is good. I understand
why.
Like
Christian chicken.
Yeah.
Recorded live from Studio 12A in sunny Phoenix, Arizona. You're listening to the Josh and Friends Podcast.
Thank you for tuning in to the Josh and Friends Podcast. I am your host. My name is Josh. And this week, Jay Munney is back to give some updates on his recent marriage, as well as some of the places he's traveled to this summer. And we also talk about drinking Bud Light in public, the crazy Taylor Swifties of 2023, and could Garth Brooks be a serial killer? We'll discuss all that and more during this episode, so let's get right into this and help me welcome back to the program is my old pal, Mr. Jordan Mudd. Woo! All right, Jordan. What's up, buddy?
Not much. How are you?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. How's the drive over here?
Hot. Very hot.
It's expected. Have we been experiencing some nice weather going on here?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. When you have, 20 days over 110.
This is the worst time to be in Phoenix.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's 7 months or 8 months out of the year that's like nice. What would you say? How many months would you say we get?
I get it 6.
So, before it starts getting uncomfortable?
Global warming, so,
Yeah.
I feel like that heat stretches into early November now, some years.
Yeah.
And then starts up, early as May.
You're right, because sometimes when I have an elaborate costume or something like that, I'm like, ooh, this is really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But then right after Halloween, then it starts to simmer down a little bit.
Yeah, we hope.
Yeah. But you said that you said before that your power has actually gone out. That's like my biggest fear.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a few years since the power's gone out in the summer, but I think what happened is one of those substations caught on fire and it took out the transformer.
Holy shnikes.
It kind of did a whole brownout for the whole neighborhood.
Whoa. How long was that out? And when was this?
12 hours, I think. It was, I couldn't even sleep. You don't realize how valuable AC is until you don't have it. And
it's the most valuable thing ever. Yeah, my AC went out right when I moved here to my new place here. Yeah. And that was a nice $6,000. That was awesome.
That's fun. That's cheap.
Actually, it was like 6 or 7. Maybe it was in between 6 and it might have been 65 or something like that. But I got like one of the lower end ones, and I was like, I mean, all right, I don't know. I'm like, I can't afford this as it is. So all right, I guess I'll spend this right when I buy a house.
Hindsight, it's better that you did it then, because it'd be like $10,000 now.
Yeah, exactly. Same with buying the place. Yeah. So yikes. Yeah. So the weather is not ideal, but you know what? We have air conditioning blowing in here, so
yeah. And I've been making many trips this year and getting out of here every few weeks.
Yeah, so you've spent the vacation, the summer break, pretty much out of Arizona, right?
Yeah. So we started off May 20th going to St. Kitts. Had to make a day stop in Miami, and then next day fly 3 hours to St. Kitts.
No, was that your honeymoon?
That was a honeymoon, yeah.
Nice, okay. So how was it?
Oh, beautiful. You asked me last time we did this, what's the best vacation I ever did?
Yeah.
And I said Tahoe.
Yeah.
This shit's on Tahoe now.
Oh, so was it all inclusive and stuff as well?
No, it actually wasn't. But
really? Okay.
We had built up a ton of Hyatt points.
Yeah.
So we were able to stay at this really nice resort on the island in the best suite, with a rooftop pool and everything.
Oh, man.
For free. But once you're there, you're obviously paying for all the food, which is expensive, all the transportation.
Yeah.
So they get you either way.
Right.
I think we still end up spending $3,000.
Wow.
On just food and drink and travel. Transportation costs.
So did you do anything there? As far as any?
We went to a rum tour. Went to an old rum distillery that was it was Thomas Jefferson's great grandfather, or maybe not great, but great.
Yeah.
It was one of his relatives that owned it, and
Thomas Jefferson. Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
They owned the plantation where they grew the sugar cane and then refined it down into rum.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And so we did that. We did that whole tour, did the tasting. And then we took a day trip over to the other island called Nevis. And so you get on a water taxi, and it's like a speedboat, and it gets you across the little strait there in 10 minutes. And then you go to this restaurant called Sunshines, and you drink these drinks called a Killer Bee.
Uh-oh.
And it's literally like in maybe like a 10-ounce plastic Dixie cup.
Yeah.
And but it one of those will fuck you up. Just one.
So it's rum.
Yeah, it's like a rum drink. I couldn't tell you the flavors. Like, it's just like you have to be there to experience it. But one of those drinks and you're good.
So that trip was amazing.
Trip was amazing.
That's awesome.
And then from there, after all that, we flew from there to the Outer Banks in North Carolina via Norfolk, Virginia. So we made it up there, and then we spent another week after that.
And she has family there.
It's like just their annual family trip that Abby's family does.
Okay.
But the whole time it rained. So we didn't really get the true beach experience like we had in previous years.
Yeah.
It rained every day, so you're shut in. You know, if it stops raining, it's very windy, cold. So that was like the polar opposite of what we had in St. Kitts. But it's fine because, you know, it's not here.
115. Yeah, it's not. 110 degree weather.
And then we came back from that, and then a week later went to Madison.
Dang.
And then
did you do anything in Madison? Just mainly visiting her.
Madison, I had to work, so that was mostly just for her to spend time with her parents. But we did go out on a boat on a lake. I get the two lakes confused, Monona and Mendota.
There's so many lakes there.
And yeah, I think it's Lake Monona.
Wow.
Mendota. And so we went on a boat out there, but that was like very cold too. And so you're out there, and we had a blanket. But at least I can say I went on a boat on the lake.
Yeah.
And then came back from that.
We missed you, by the way, just by what, like a week?
I know, and you flew through Madison.
Yeah, we flew into Madison. We flew out of Madison. Yeah.
I wish we would have flopped the weeks, because then we would have definitely made some time to go up to where you were, whatever you were doing up there. And then so then from there we came back, and then we went up to Flagstaff for a day a week later.
Dang.
And spent the night up there. That was beautiful because Flagstaff always slaps.
Didn't you spend a whole month up in Flagstaff once?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I got a killer deal on Airbnb because it was still like
COVID-ish. Yeah.
And like $3,000 for the whole month. And
dang.
Yeah, I spent the whole month up there, and I loved it. Abby probably didn't like as much because she didn't have her bar class and her friends and all the stores she goes to. But whatever.
And you're like, I don't give a shit about any of that.
I would move up there tomorrow, but then so we went to Flagstaff for a day, and then came back, and then we went to Reno, to Lake Tahoe, 2 weekends ago.
Dang. It's like more traveling than I've done in like years.
Yeah, I gotta squeeze it in because Abby had a shortened summer vacation this year.
Yeah.
So we had to really squeeze in all these trips.
And she's already back to school.
Yes.
That's wild.
Yes, just started yesterday, going that year-round format.
And school starts like it's interesting that it starts.
Yeah, for reference, it's July. Yesterday was the 19th, so today's July 20th. So
that's crazy.
Yeah,
because like in Washington and California and other places around the country, I don't know how many other places. I don't know if it's just here, but it's like ends in September, like mid-September usually, I think. And then it starts after Labor Day. Mm-hmm. I mean, usually, but not here. Not here. It's way different.
I don't know why that is. It's always been, we've always started earlier than other areas of the country.
That's so crazy. But yeah, so you guys got back and then celebrated your birthday last weekend.
We did.
That was fun.
Yeah. You were there.
It's like that. It was that new
Puttshack.
Puttshack. Is that what it's called? Puttshack?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Puttshack, it's a cool place, man. Like there's all these different
There's like
holes.
3 different 9-hole courses, and the holes are okay. They're different, right?
Yeah.
They have like different challenges, like putting over the drums or doing the trivia. It's a different flair to it. I don't know if I would normally if obviously I play regular golf and not miniature golf.
Yeah.
But if I was, I would probably want to go to that new Tiger Woods course out in Glendale,
Oh, okay.
where it's kind of like a Top Golf, but with miniature golf.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
I think those are more like, more challenging and formal.
Way more closer to golf, like actual
more
golf.
closer to golf. But this is kind of just fun for the kids.
This is actually pretty fun for the summertime because it's indoors. So
and that's why we chose to do that, because it'd be a fun activity to do
and
with
you could
everyone.
drink during it at this place too. So it was kind of cool that you could do that. Now we stumbled over to the next place.
Culinary Dropout.
Culinary Dropout, right? Yeah. And then that place, they I do like that place, but it was funny because when we got in there, we're like, ooh, this place, they can't keep up with the heat.
The heat, yeah.
It wasn't
It's like a big atrium on the outside. there.
Right.
And it definitely was not being air conditioned in that part, but
Yeah.
you walk through the big doors and then you're in the air conditioned part.
Right,
where we
right.
sat.
Yeah, and it was funny because they had they were like, all right, what do you guys want to drink? And then I didn't notice, I totally forgot that they had this, but they had those little like
Brown bag special. Right?
the brown bags. And a couple of people had gotten them and they were like, it's like fucking hams and what was it like?
Keystone Light.
Keystone Ice and shit, like just
ice, yeah.
It was
Keystone
just
Ice.
so bad. I was like, and I was like, so how many different beers are there? And I'm like, they're just all over the place. So I go, the waitress comes up and I go, you know what? I think I'm
gonna risk it.
gonna roll the dice here. I'm gonna go with the brown bag special. And she's like, all right, well, good luck. And I go, I mean, are there any good beers? And she goes, and I'm like, all right. And it's so funny. She came back and you can tell it's like the ones that they probably can't sell in this town.
Well, it's funny because it was a glass bottle,
yeah,
and
it's like
in a bag made for a can.
Yes, it like totally defeats the purpose of being in the brown bag special. And it's like sticking out and it's like a Bud Light. And I'm like, that's what I would usually drink anyways. Back in the day when we'd go out. So I'm like, all right, damn. And it's like, and how much of the point of getting these is like, it's a mystery, but it's like also $2.95
It's the
or
cheapest
something.
thing you can get at that restaurant.
I mean, we're in North Scottsdale.
Yeah, most drinks there, like the cocktails are $15 plus.
Yeah, so the regular beers, the other regular beers are like $7.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, well, sure, I'll get like a brown bag special and play my
Beer roulette.
yeah. So and I could only imagine them, coming out with these special, because it's a half joke anyways. People aren't going there to like drink hams,
Right.
So they come back. She comes back and she could tell like I was like, oh, fucking Bud Light, $2 and whatever. Because I don't give a shit about I don't care. So like I just thought it was funny that she probably went back to the bartender. They're like, they were happy, but can you imagine? Some people are probably like, fuck this fucking, fuck you. And I'm like, hey, look, you're playing the roulette here. Like,
Well, did you hear her say that they're actually phasing out? Bud Light? Like,
and I go, if you're phasing them out, you can keep bringing them over here because we'll keep drinking them.
Yeah.
So and it was funny because the other people at the table were like, oh, what the hell? I got like Keystone Ice.
that's what I got on that last one.
Yeah, I was like, all right, whatever. So I just thought that was hilarious. Like she kept bringing this out. But yeah, I could totally see some people though not thinking that would be funny. Like, right?
Getting a Bud Light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super offended super quickly.
Yeah, but you're taking the chance, right? So I don't know. It's kind of funny anyways.
It's
to order
not going to
those.
make you gay if you drink one. Maybe a 12-pack.
I can't keep up with the boycotts anyways. There's so many goddamn boycotts going on. Like, how are you supposed to even shop anymore? Or like, I don't know. Like, I didn't participate in, I'm trying to think of a boycott I ever participated in. I didn't even participate. Like when I first had Chick-fil-A when I moved here, I was like, whoa, that shit's fucking good.
Yeah.
That is good. I understand
Good
why.
Christian chicken.
Yeah. I'm like, all right. So yeah, you could find a problem with any company.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just, anyway. So celebrated your birthday. You did a lot of traveling, but you also got married.
I did.
You're a married man. Look at this guy. Look at this guy over here. Yeah, so...
That was earlier in the year.
Yeah. So it was a little while back, but I wanted to wait to have you back on so we could talk about that. I think I told you this before, but I think you guys did that wedding very well.
Yeah.
Because...
Your favorite wedding ever?
It was up there. It's definitely up there. It is definitely up there because I love how you had... I love how you worded it too. You're like, look, you know, I'm sure it's like a thing you could mark on the thing or whatever, but you're like, hey, look, we want to make this an adult wedding, you know? And you're like, look, no offense to the kid. We like your kids and everything. No offense to your kids, but we want to make this like an adult kind of like evening. And that was cool because, you know, you don't have screaming kids while you're trying to like, you know, do your vows and shit like that, you know? So that was like really cool. Maybe not so much for the parents that have to get babysitters and stuff like that, but
yeah,
it's your wedding, you know? But yeah, no, there was like a bunch of things that I kind of like took some notes. So I liked that it was really quick. You guys kind of, the weather was pretty nice. It was like, damn, it was nice out. It was nice.
It worked out because I think a week before, if you opened the weather app on the iPhone, it showed like there was a 40% chance of rain.
Oh shit.
And that's when Abby had her bridal meltdown at that point. So
oh no.
But then it literally like 2 hours later it changed back to sun.
Woo.
But like literally just one little thing like that will just like, you know, cause someone to just have a complete meltdown. And she's probably gonna kill me for talking about this, but you know, it's like I had to bring it up because it was such a you know, it was such, you know, I knew it was going to be a perfect day, but you know, I think when the whole build up to the wedding is like, you want everything to be perfect. And so if you see something like that, it just throws everything off.
Super stressful. I hear that from everybody, just like the most stress ever. But then when like the day comes or, you know, probably half the wedding's over and now you're finally able to kind of like kick back and relax.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. You're like, you know, and then what's cool about that place is like you gave people the option to like stay there, especially if they're out of town and you're just right there, like on this kind of like resort.
Yeah.
And
we gave them all the hotel options and within walking distance. So you didn't have to stay at the resort if you didn't want to pay.
Oh, really?
Money.
Okay. That's
so
cool.
You could have stayed at the cheaper option next door, as well as, you know, Scottsdale has numerous options to choose from.
Right.
And that was another reason for us choosing that venue is because it was so close to everything.
Yeah.
All the other venues were so far away from just getting from like the airport or going to even like if you want to grab something from like CVS or Walgreens,
right,
you'd have to like take a big hike to get to there. So like there was a lot of positives that we saw with the choosing that place.
Yeah, and then I loved how you guys you guys had me do the first drink, last drink.
Yeah.
And that was always funny. You know, it's weird. You know, it's always kind of weird when I don't know everybody. And I finally had to come up and I go, listen, I don't really know everybody here. So who do you want me to do this to? Who do you want me to get on film that you absolutely have to have on film?
Yeah.
And Abby helped me out. And she like just grabbed somebody like, all right, get him over here, get him over here. And I was like, all right. So I'm trying to record some people are peeling off, and I was like, oh crap. So I'm gonna play a clip of that. I'm gonna play that whole like kind of like clip there. So let's see what we got here.
Hi, this is Jordan, and this is my first drink.
Hi, my name is Jordan, and this is my last drink of the night. Cheers, Tom.
Hi, my name is Abby. I'm the bride, and this is my first drink. Cheers. Woo! Hi, I'm the bride. This is my last drink of the evening, and I'm missing 3/4 of my hairpiece. Cheers.
Hey, my name's Philip. I'm a friend of the bride and groom. This is my first drink. My name's Philip. I'm a friend of the bride and groom. These are my last drinks of the night.
My name is Sarah. I'm a friend of the bride, and this is my first drink.
Hi, I'm Michael, friend of the bride, and this is my first drink.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm friend of the bride. I have a bulletproof vest on, and this is my last drink of the night.
Sip it, sip it.
My name is Betsy, and this is my first drink at Jordan and Abby's wedding. Congrats!
I'm Taneem, and this is my first drink ever. My name is Taneem, and this is probably my 30th drink. 3-0.
Hi, my name's Josh. This is my first drink.
Hi, I'm Josh. And this is my last drink of the night. My name is Jen, and this is my first drink.
That's good.
My name is Jen, and this is my last drink. Maybe.
Hey, I'm Brian, friend of the bride and groom, and this is my first drink.
So that was kind of funny. And of course, open bar.
Of course.
Open bar, like you said, you're like, you can't,
With the
you
specialty
can't not
drinks,
have
the specialty cocktails.
Yes. Yeah. So, okay. So explain your specialty drinks. You had the,
So mine was, I can't remember Abby's because I didn't have any of them, but it was like a pink vodka, some kind of vodka drink.
Yeah.
And then mine was a brandy old fashioned.
Right.
So that's something I really enjoyed in my first trip to Wisconsin when I went with her.
it's a big Wisconsin drink there.
Big
Yeah.
drink, and I like mine like sweet too. So it's like it's basically like liquid candy.
Yeah.
It's got like the 7-Up and the probably the sugar in there and all that. So yeah, mine was a brandy old fashioned, and hers was some kind of vodka drink that
Yeah.
they concocted. I don't know how they did it, but
Oh, they did it? Oh, you told them your drink
we had
specifically.
my drink was specifically mine. I told them how to make it, but her drink was I don't know. They kind of threw together something and named it Abby's.
Yeah.
Had her name on it, and I can't recall exactly what it was.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that. I like that you guys had your own drinks. That was fun. Yeah, and the bartender was like super cool. I like the bartender. It's like super nice chick. And then you guys also, I don't know if this is remember back when I used to DJ weddings and stuff like that. So I thought it was kind of cool that on the page that you guys submit, you have people that can request songs. So I thought that was kind of cool. You're like, hey, if you guys want to hear a song or request something, throw it on there. We might play it or whatever. Maybe we'll play it. Maybe we won't. But I always throw on like the old pool party songs that we used to play.
Well, I know you probably put Hall & Oates on there, which I think we did play.
Yeah.
One song you did put on there, I think, is the Tequila song.
Oh, yeah.
The We Like
Did
Tequila.
they play that? There's no way
we didn't put that on the playlist. We omitted that.
Oh, okay.
It was like, we're not going to play that song.
We like tequila.
Tequila?
Yeah, that'd be weird. That'd be like a buzzkill, right? It'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, it's such a, I don't know.
Yeah. No.
Only one person liked that song.
Only one person?
Yeah.
Me.
You like that song?
Oh, I love that song.
Oh, I thought that was only a Chris Winkle's kind of playlist.
I'm a fan. Well, I mean, I don't listen to it all the time or anything like that, but it was kind of funny that I stumbled onto it just by accident one time.
I thought you literally had put it on the list as a joke.
Oh, I probably did. Yeah, I didn't, it was a joke. I'm not going to like, I want to hear that. Cause like, you don't put like non-dance songs on that. Yeah. Like, hey dude, like I didn't walk up to the DJ and be like, dude, what the hell, man? Where's my song? Oh my God. You will never find me doing that.
The one downside I think we would say about the DJ is like we gave him all the song choices, and we made a Spotify playlist.
Okay.
And I literally believe he just took that playlist and pressed play.
Oh.
So like he didn't mix anything.
Oh, he wasn't mixing?
No, he just like literally just pressed play, and it was almost in the same order as we put it in the playlist.
Oh no.
So that was the only downside, but I don't think no one cared, no one noticed.
Yeah,
I did, but
I
wasn't gonna.
Oh yeah, the people paying for it always notice.
But I wasn't gonna make a stink about it at that point. I was like, "What? Are you not gonna play music?" You know?
Yeah. I had to play. I had to put on the Work Hard, Play Hard song. Yeah, I put that on. You did play that?
Yeah.
Remember him play that? Anyway,
good song.
It's a good song. Oh, okay. So we were talking about this the other day. You had mentioned that you heard that episode that I was doing with Lee. And you were talking. You were like, "Hey, I've been doing the kind of like the reselling thing."
Mm-hmm.
And so, how long have you been doing the reselling?
I picked that up in maybe April 2020. So
right during COVID.
Yeah, like right when we got all sent home. And, work kind of had slowed at some point, and I had a lot of time on my hands at home. I was able to go through all my junk and find, like, I started selling off old video games, and I had like brand new video game controllers and everything. That's how that was like the first time I ever sold was like a video game controller.
Wow.
It was new in box.
That's pretty cool.
And then ever since then I was like, well, this is actually kind of fun. You know, it's like actually like going out finding things. And I actually for a while would go to estate sales and see if I could find things, or even hit like the clearance rack at Home Depot.
Right.
And, you know, find like a Delta faucet and for like cheap.
So are you what platforms are you selling this on? Are you selling this on?
So at this time I'm only doing eBay, but at the height I was probably doing eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark.
Okay. Were you doing any like marketplace?
No, because I feel like eBay Facebook Marketplace is just like, you know, it's kind of like OfferUp where someone's like, is it still for sale?
Oh God, it is so bad. Yeah. I would never, if I could stay away from it, then I'll do that.
Yeah.
But
you can make more, you can probably, you know, cut out a lot of the fees on the marketplace.
Yeah.
But eBay, you have so many, you know, I don't know, 100 million people who probably use it.
Right.
So you have all those customers who can, and I don't even actively do that much anymore just because I've been so busy, but I still get a sale like once a month. And, you know,
what's the most expensive? What's the most money you've sold something for?
There was, my great uncle passed away and he had a bunch of Franklin Mint cars. And he had this one model. It was a massive, it was probably like 1/16 scale.
Okay.
So it was like a big model.
Dang.
Of the first car I ever made, like the 1883 Benz. And I believe I sold that for close to $600.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a huge sale.
Yeah.
Wow. So do you include shipping, or do you have them pay for shipping?
I think it depends on, you know, how much the item is. Like if it's a cheap item, I probably make them pay for shipping, but
yeah.
You know, also if I see something hasn't moved in a while, I'll offer free shipping.
Yeah. I always look up how much something is sold for, and then I'll see what other people are selling it for, and then I'll see that they're doing the plus shipping, and I'll see how much their shipping is, and I'll do like 50 cents less.
Yeah. There you go.
So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of fun. Yeah, it's fun.
You
hobby.
have a full-fledged eBay store now?
I don't have an eBay store, but like I have my account.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a store? Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't have a store.
I have a store, so I actually pay the monthly $5 to.
Is it really? It's just $5?
$5 a month.
Oh, really? Yeah.
You get like more listings than you can ever use, and you know, allows you to actually shut down the store if you want to go on vacation. Not have to worry.
Well, you can put like
you could
gone away, and I'll be back on this day.
Or you can change the handling time too to be like 20 days.
Wow.
But yeah, I've gotten really good, I guess, at like shipping. So I know I have like Abby likes to make fun of my shipping station. So, so I have like the thermal printer that prints the labels, and I have I have the bags for the clothing, and I have a stash of.
So do you put it in a bag and then put it in another, like the shipping bag too? Yep, me too.
And then I have like a stash of boxes I keep in my closet. So every Amazon box is saved automatically.
Yeah, yeah. You must be running out of room. You run out of room?
I had to throw out a bunch of boxes the other day. I was like, I actually hoarded too many boxes.
So are you, I mean, I'm sure you are. Are you still looking for places?
I will be. So I've kind of gone through some, difficulties in the workplace and in my job.
Oh my God. So I wanted to talk about that. So right at the wedding is when I figured out, or when I found out, you're like, do you know what happened to me? And I go, no. And you're like, you got to explain this. Like, so you were a part of that bank that went under, right?
Yeah, I'm part of Silicon Valley Bank. So I'm going to say where I worked.
You got like one day.
Yeah, exactly. But so I worked at SVB. And so what happened was that people weren't paying attention if you lived under a rock, was that they collapsed on March 10th, Friday, March 10th, basically due to a panic causing a bank run on us, and everyone pulling their deposits out of the bank and causing a collapse of the bank and a takeover by the FDIC.
God. Alarm outside headquarters of Silicon Valley Bank in Santa Clara, California today.
They just came out and told us that the bank is shut down.
SVB, the 16th largest bank in the U.S. with $175 billion in deposits, is now the biggest American bank to fail since the 2008 financial crisis. Its customers are primarily businesses and investors in the tech sector.
The root cause of the failure here was a sudden and significant increase in interest rates, which, that part of the job of a bank is to manage interest rate risk, and that didn't happen here.
Earlier this week, SVB disclosed it took a loss on the sale of bonds due to rising interest rates and announced it would sell shares to shore up its balance sheet. Its stock price plunged and customers rushed to take their money out.
That must have been fun right before your wedding.
Yeah, and I was like, thank God my bonus actually got deposited on the day too. So there was that positive.
Oh my God.
Came out of it, and I know a lot of people were mad that that was like a news article. Like,
are you
SVB
serious?
employees got paid their bonuses on the day of collapse. like it was like an inside job.
Yeah,
but no, it wasn't. It was definitely like panic induced by bad players in the market.
Wow. My company had that bank as one of their banks.
Yeah.
And they're like, listen, everybody just needs to not freak out.
I'm sure your payroll is in question, right?
They're like, we have backups here, so everything's going to be all right. And I was like, all right.
But anyway, so the bank went into the receivership, and the FDIC took over. And then we were a bridge bank for a couple weeks until this bank out of North Carolina came in and purchased us. And so we've been under their ownership since end of March. And so that means that I basically lost all my tenure. I had to change all my benefits over to their benefits, which are not as good.
Of course not.
And basically there hasn't really been any work coming in because a lot of people are a lot of clients are migrating their business out or, are afraid to kind of pursue any new projects with us. So luckily today's my second to last day. Tomorrow's my last day, and I am done with it.
Congrats on that, man. Congrats on that, because that's a huge
on to
relief.
Bigger and better things. So,
yeah, there you go.
So I'm not unemployed, but
yeah,
I just
I remember during your wedding, you're like, so we're in limbo, I guess. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, oh God. Ugh.
Yeah, I skated through 2 rounds of layoffs, but I don't know if I was going to make the 3rd.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good thing you got out, and basically improved your.
Improved myself. So
there you go. So, I did want to talk about some stuff in the news.
Do it.
Did want to talk about not anything crazy, but so Taylor Swift. What do you think of Taylor Swift?
I don't listen to her music.
How can you not? Like everyone. You can't escape it, right? It's kind of like Madonna back in the day.
I guess, you hear the song, but it's not like I'm actively, that's in my
You're not seeking it out.
On Spotify or SoundCloud. Like I'm not,
right.
I want to listen to
Sure.
1989.
Yeah. She's kind of like, she's almost kind of like the younger, like, kind of like chick rock, kind of like, yeah. So it's kind of like the, Beyonce of, younger chicks.
She's very enterprising though. Like, that tour is going to grow so much money.
So you're not a Swiftie.
No.
She has catchy songs, man. She has catchy songs. So it's like, you can't listen to the whole discography and go, it's all shit. You get it. You get the connection, right? But her fans are fucking like insane.
Yeah.
Her fans are,
did you see there was like a whole
crazy.
Southwest Airlines plane of fans that flew to like one of her concert locations?
I did, and that was nuts. Yeah. They're all singing together.
Like a whole Boeing 737.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You were Romeo, you were throwing pebbles, and my daddy said stay away from Juliet. And I was crying on the staircase, begging you please don't go. Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting. All there's left to do is run. You'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love story, baby, just say yes.
Their fans are flying to different cities because they can't get tickets in
their city.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And I like how they're actually telling people that can't get tickets because they are so expensive, don't drive to the parking lot because it's causing traffic problems. And people just want to be a part of we could hear it from the parking lot. We're like, listen, don't do that. You have people tailgating, they're not even going to the show. They're just tailgating. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, the stadium's only made for 80,000 people.
It's crazy. I'm not joking when I say this. I haven't seen mania like this. Of course, I wasn't around when this happened, but I haven't seen mania like this maybe since the Beatles.
Yeah.
And that's a long time ago.
Like Michael Jackson didn't even have this kind of following.
But Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson had a worldwide, huge following, and Michael Jackson was more worldwide known probably, but you don't have this kind of fucking craziness of every town that Taylor Swift goes to is it shuts down the town. Well, and it's crazy.
And she's also doing in some cities it's multiple days. Like here it was 2. Yep. I know in LA it was 4.
Wow.
And so it's that's 4 days at SoFi Stadium. And you got to imagine SoFi is a big stadium, over 100,000 people. That's
insane.
Yeah.
Thousands of Swifties without tickets are planning to show up anyway and party in the parking lot. A phenomenon known as Taylorgating. It's being compared to Beatlemania when the Beatles played at New York's Shea Stadium in 1965. But at MetLife, they're cracking down, warning fans they won't be allowed into the parking lot without a ticket. The state police tweeting, "Sorry Swifties, no ticket, no tailorgating." But Swifties without tickets are finding ways to get around the ban. Some are planning to park at the mall across the street. Right across from MetLife Stadium, there is a huge mall, the American Dream Mall. And Swifties are going to park here and walk across to MetLife Stadium to Taylorgate. Other Swifties are going to stay right here, as you can see, and party on the rooftop parking deck.
That is insane. Yeah, so there's things about Taylor Swift that are amazing. The fact that she's fighting her record company by re-recording her albums, and she has such a massive, powerful following that she's telling all of her fans, do not listen to those old songs, listen to my new recorded songs. And she's so smart because what she's doing is she's when she's re-recording these songs, she's adding things to her old songs or including even a new track.
Does that avoid the copyright?
Yeah. So because if they use the old, recording studio or the old musicians or whoever they used, that belongs to the record company, but she wrote those songs. So if she re-records them and then she says, hey, listen to the Taylor version.
Yeah.
That's hers. And I'm like, oh, that is so amazing. So she's a fucking smart businesswoman.
Yeah.
She is so smart. So I just love that she's given a middle finger to the record industry because they're assholes. Everybody knows they're assholes. So, and by the way, when you're that big and you have that kind of following, you have a way bigger reach than any record company ever had.
Yeah.
You could just say, hey, tweet out, hey, my new album's out. Boom. Everybody just buys your album. And you have millions, hundreds of millions of people.
But they're not buying the album anymore.
Her fans are.
Really?
Her fans are. They will do whatever they sell. They say, hey, jump off this bridge. Okay. And they're just okay.
I thought that was the whole reason she's doing this tour is just so she can make all the money off the merch and the ticket sales.
Yeah, that's how all these artists make their money now. But the fact that she's re-recording these songs, Spotify gives everybody or these artists pennies.
Mm-hmm.
So if she owns every part of these new songs, she gets all that money instead of getting a couple pennies for those old songs being on there. So it's insane. So she's getting that money, and she's also, I don't think anybody anticipated how big this tour is. The Federal Reserve said the other day that her Eras tour is giving a huge boost to the economy. So much so that one market research estimated that she could add $5 billion. $5 billion to the economy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And that's all just spending of one gender, too.
Pretty much.
Maybe a mixed genders, but
I mean, there's a couple of dudes here and there. I saw this one person talking about how they were like, they might as well just open up the guys' bathroom. because the girls' bathroom is just like this, crazy
it's like
line.
It's like when we go to the football game, it's the exact opposite.
Exactly.
Go to the same stadium. It's
right. Except girls don't. How many times have we go to bars where like girls are just like, I have to go, so they just go into the guy's bar, the bathroom.
We've seen that. Yeah.
Oh, a million times, and they don't care. They're like, I don't give a shit. What are you gonna do?
It's probably cleaner too.
Oh, girls hover. There's nothing dirtier than girls' bathroom.
So
nothing worse. Yeah. So the Swifties are nuts, but Taylor's an amazing businesswoman, and she's expected to make. I think it's expected to be. This tour is expected to be by far the biggest tour of all time.
Wow.
Of all time.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I saw this one chick that she said that she spent. This girl on TikTok, she goes, here's my experience at the, here's how much I spent going to the Taylor Swift concert. And I was like, oh boy, let's see how much this is. And she spent, you want to guess here? Guess how much she spent going to the her Taylor Swift experience. So this includes
tickets and
this includes her outfit, the tickets. I think she went to 2 shows.
She went to 2
She went to 2 shows. Her transportation, it was just everything combined.
$3,000.
That's adorable. I wish I could just give me a hug. Come over here. Give me a hug. She spent $11,000.
Why?
On her Taylor Swift. This is what I'm talking about. The fans are crazy. They're crazy, Jordan.
How old is she?
She looked like she was maybe 24.
Wow.
25.
Have a good job.
Yeah, I went straight to the comments. They were like, wow, it must be nice to be rich.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, it looks like I'm not going out until October. I was like, yeah, okay, $11,000. What the hell, dude?
I mean, was she at least close?
Close to the concert?
To the stage, like to Taylor?
I don't know about the first time. I think the second time she said that she's like, I just got tickets like, last minute. So she was like nosebleed section. But I was like, wow. How much would it cost to sit like front row? How much would that cost? If tickets are that expensive for this show.
So she probably bought on the secondary market and then
probably, yeah. Yeah, because like you can't buy last minute tickets like it, whatever. But geez. Yeah. So
that Capital One card.
Yeah. God. Yeah. Now, are you a fan of Tom Segura?
I've seen some of his stuff. I know he's always doing stuff with Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, yeah.
He does the podcast. With
Right. Yeah. I love that guy. He's funny. But have you heard about his feud with Garth Brooks?
I've heard about it, but no, enlighten me on the details.
So apparently, Tom Segura has publicly exposed Garth Brooks to be a serial killer. Now, he's saying that he is responsible for hundreds of deaths across the United States. And there's like several missing people that have matched up with his tour dates that have gone missing. So, allegedly, I'm not the one saying this. So allegedly,
for the lawyers.
His tour schedule aligns with dozens of missing persons, and I have a clip of him talking about this. So let's play a second of that.
People are saying this man is responsible for hundreds of missing people. Allegedly, his tour schedule aligns with like dozens of missing persons.
Yeah, and look at him there. You telling me I'm not saying he's done anything?
That's the smile and the stare of a guy who has never done anything illegal.
And how much land he has, too.
So much land.
You wouldn't even know if somebody was missing or if you'd put somebody somewhere or not.
And he's here's the thing, it's the perfect, you're so beloved that like,
oh yeah, no one will see it.
Imagine the authorities too, they'd be like, I'm sorry, this is crazy, but we actually had a dog that can smell, the corpse, and it was on your property and it just went crazy. And then he'd be like, I'm Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah,
you're right.
You're right. Sorry.
We're going to head on out. Yeah, what we were thinking. We signed this for my son.
Yeah, exactly. The dog actually had a seizure on your property. Never had a smell like that in its life. But
My son actually went missing on your property. In case he comes back, will you
Could
sign
you
this for
sign his
him?
guitar?
Yeah,
Thanks so much.
yeah.
Appreciate you, G.
So what do you think the chances of Garth Brooks being a serial killer? I think, what's funny is I think that, it is funny because he talks about when he goes to, like the cops going, look, hey, we got to check this out. Sorry, like we got to ask, are you a serial killer? Do you have like bodies? And he's like, no, of course not.
I don't know, because I've watched that, was it the documentary on Netflix or HBO, one of those two? He cried so much that, I don't think he has it in him to, hurt another person. Now, maybe if
he does seem pretty sensitive.
Under Chris Gaines, maybe. that looks more like a serial killer.
Yeah, his alter ego, Chris Gaines. Did they make I don't know. Did they make a documentary? I know they made an album, but did they make a mini doc about that? I don't know if they did.
I heard he might be putting out another.
Oh my god! Did they make him like skinnier in that photo of Chris Gaines on the album cover? He's all dark and he has this cum catcher. And it's so ridiculous. Have you ever heard that album?
Not all the way through, no.
I don't know. I think I've heard like one song off of it. I just thought it was so ridiculous back in the day that I was like, why is he doing? But he was a big fan of like rock music back in the day, which is a big reason why it's so popular because, back in the early 90s when he was doing all his, country stuff, it was like a huge crossover. That's what made him so big.
Right.
So yeah. Yeah, but Garth Brooks, he's in the news, of course. So, there's all this, again, more fucking cancel culture. But now he's like, I'm going to sell Bud Light at my bar because we support everybody. We want everybody to come to our bar. So, of course, people are
just put it in
angry.
a brown bag.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if he does indeed get arrested. Can you imagine if he got arrested for being a serial killer?
Greatest mindfuck of all time.
I mean, there's OJ, but OJ, I don't know. That was pretty crazy. But Garth Brooks, that'd be pretty shocking. That'd be pretty shocking to see Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks has been arrested today for multiple murders around the country. What? And where's he going? How do you?
He's got probably a big piece of property near Nashville.
No, that's what they said. They're like, he has a lot of land. He has a lot of land to bury these bodies. Yeah. What is he where does he transport these bodies? He puts them in this trailer or what?
Too much work. You have private land that probably has no cameras and just find a spot a few acres away and dig a deep hole. I'm sure he's got a backhoe.
So it's like you thought this out.
Yeah. I don't have land or a backhoe.
Yeah. I guess if you wanted to cover this up, I guess. But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, I think we're going to end it with the serial killers. The serial killer talk. Yeah. Who's your? If you were going to see a movie, well, there's been a lot of movies on serial killers. But did you watch the Dahmer?
I haven't. No.
Doc. Oh, really?
No.
Or not the doc, but it was was it a doc? Or was it like a mini? It was like a mini series on. Was it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Got to see that.
Okay.
Yeah. Not that I'm like, yeah, you got to see this. Great. Yeah, love and no, they said that it was bad because it made Dahmer look like human. They're like, there's people online who are like, I kind of like Dahmer, and I'm like, whoa, you watched it, right? You watched it. He was eating people. He was killing people and eating them. Yeah, so you might want to think that over. Yeah. So anyway, anything else that you want to talk about that we missed here? Or,
I thought you were going to bring up Jason Aldean and his whole.
Do you want to bring up Jason Aldean? We can.
Bring up Jason Aldean and his whole. I thought that was going to be. You're leading from Garth Brooks. We're talking about country, and we're going to go into Jason Aldean and his whole.
Yeah, because that one's brand new, right? Happened a couple days ago, right?
This video off of CMT. Don't try this in a small town or something.
Right, right.
In the lyrics, it's carjacking an old lady at the stoplight, or holding up the liquor store, or breaking windows.
Yeah.
And the lyrics don't really seem that bad. But I think what really got people was the imagery in the video, that he's showing images of riots, and, you know, it shows, you know, white people doing stuff and black people doing stuff. It shows like a, you know, just a lot of foolishness going on.
And they filmed it in front of the courthouse where they said that there was some bad shit that happened.
I guess they maybe lynched a couple people there.
Yeah. They had that part. Yeah. And they were like, well, he didn't know that, but they're like, it's very well known in that town. That's a very, very well known thing.
Yeah, I mean, that happened probably all over the South too. So
yeah, it's true.
But, you know, I feel like that's seems a little strange that, you know, that CMT would pull that video just because, you know, people said
CMT
something.
especially.
But I get it. You know, it's like, you know, they're a cable channel that's, you know, dying and needs that corporate money to stay alive.
It's the first time I heard about CMT in a long time, by the way. I didn't even know that. Completely honest, I didn't even know that it was still around. Well,
MTV's still around. VH1's still around.
But do they play videos? When's the last time they played a video on MTV?
Oh, true. Maybe that's like an MTV3 now.
Oh God, yeah. Remember they moved it over to MTV2, and then they're like,
MTV2 got like,
and then they filled that up with like,
we need to play Fantasy Factory all day.
16 and pregnant. Okay, well next MTV3, and then just like all videos are found on YouTube now, right? I mean, they don't even show videos on MTV. MTV, what a joke. I don't know. It's a relic.
Yeah, they're all relics.
Yeah,
cable TV will become a relic.
Yeah, that's kind of part of the reason they're striking, right? Like there's a lot of things in that contract dispute that they're like, okay, well, our jobs can go away if we don't do something about this now. Yeah. So, which they've done in the past, by the way, because every time something big comes up, like AI, they gotta do something. Remember, like in the past, it was, you know, hey, cable TV is coming and blah blah blah, and they got to fix that, and then you know, streaming is coming. We got to fix this. Now it's like, it's just a mess. But hey, how many streaming services do you pay for?
Let's see. You got Netflix, HBO, the Disney bundle.
Disney.
Yeah, it's like the Disney Plus.
That's very controversial to have Disney right now.
Probably like I got the Sling. So
the reason I bring that up,
I got like 5.
The reason I bring that up is because now we pay way more than we did even with cable.
Yeah.
Like, so it's gotten way back to like, we've reversed.
Well, I'd say it's a little less, but you know,
added. So you're paying like what? I don't know how much it is for each of these. Like,
it's probably
$15.
Let's go $100 a month.
Okay. So that's about
I feel like
cable,
my parents
right?
pay a lot more.
Oh, do your parents?
Yeah.
They have cable? Do you have cable?
I don't have.
Yeah, I don't have cable either.
I just have the internet.
Young people don't have cable.
Internet alone's like $90 a month for like a good connection.
Yeah.
But then like you add that other $100 on, so I'm probably, you know, you're right.
Yeah.
Because they used to bundle everything.
Yep.
Now it's like, okay, I'm paying probably about the same. For
it's ridiculous.
Internet and the services.
Yep. So there you go. Yeah. So yeah, basically, they got to fix that, and here we are. We're just
we're not beholden to any unions.
Yeah. You gonna see Oppenheimer or Barbie?
Probably.
Yeah,
I think so. And I haven't been in the movie since Top Gun. So
yeah,
I think
I am hearing crazy, insane reviews for the Oppenheimer movie. So
I'll put that one first.
Yeah.
I'll put Barbie next.
Yeah, it looks fun.
You take Zoe?
Well, Jen is.
You're like, I'm not gonna go see that. It looks fun. Margot Robbie's hot. So.
Yeah. It looks fun. Yeah, I've seen the trailer. It looks entertaining. So, yeah. All right, man. Well, you're not Eric, so I'm not going to have you slam this, but they're good. Here, boom! Look at this. Yes. Eric has a contender. Look at this. Boom. Eric would have finished that a long time ago. Just joking.
I'm not as good as Eric. I'll never will be.
Nobody's as good as Eric, man. He's like a dumpster. He's a I don't know
garbage
what
disposal.
There you go. All right, man. All right. Well, all I gotta say is, if anybody's watching and you are not subscribed, give me a like, give me a follow, subscribe, comment, whatever. do what you need to do.
Hit that like button.
Boom! Boom, hit that like button. And Jordan, thanks again for coming on, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. And we'll see you soon.
Will do.
All right. Later. All right, for Jordan Munn, I'm Josh. And as always, thank you for being a friend.